Yeah, folks, I'm out here exercising in a undeveloped future, probably apartment complex area. Nobody here but me. They've got it paved, but no units erected. Perfect exercise place if you just don't want no one to see you. But there's no one back here. Because one thing about being back here is you're trapped. You have that feeling if someone rolls in, there's nowhere you can go. But that being said, folks, the frustrating thing about exercising in the ghetto or hood areas where you have hood-minded people is there's always trash no matter where you go. That's how you always know you're living around like hood folks and their offspring. Because like even in a place back here like this, right, there should be no litter, no trash. But you can always tell when ghetto whatevers have been back here because they never miss an opportunity to skunk up a place with trash and litter. It doesn't even bother them. I mean, think about it, how different we are on this earth. I hate when people say we're all the same. No, we're not. And it's not based on color or anything like that. It's based on behavior, ethics, morality, or lack of. See what I'm saying? We're not all the same. I've lived long enough to recognize that. Because me, if I walk into a nice, pristine, clean place, nice grass, everything's trimmed or whatever, new concrete, the last thing I'm going to want to do is drop some McDonald's wrappers or some fast food wrappers right on the ground and just leave it there. Think about how different those two mindsets are. One mindset's okay with like dropping litter up and down the sidewalk where you walk. It's like it's your own damn sidewalk, but let's just junk it up. And like I've been in this area for over a decade now. You got people that will dump whole hefty bags of trash right onto the road. After like people clean it up, they'll just drive and just dump a whole bag, and it doesn't even bug them. Like oink oink. You know what I'm saying? Like some stereotypes fit, and if you're a type that loves litter, you breathe litter and trash, and it doesn't bother you, you're a damn pig. I don't care how that sounds. It's true. But one thing about pigs and hogs, they may be sloppy, but they keep their immediate area clean. They got that much sense. Like pigs and hogs, they will keep their immediate area clean. Whereas those people with ghetto minds, they'll litter in their own yard, the same sidewalk they walk every day. Just drop litter. Adults, their offspring do it. Yeah, because their kids have never been taught anything different. That's why I say it's about training. And I'm sorry, but a lot of people raised in some household, they just lack training while growing up. And then they wonder why people get hostile when they see you move into their neighborhood. Oh, you racist? Yeah, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Even me as a person of color, even me as a black person, I don't want you moving into my neighborhood either. If it's clean and pristine, you move in and bring all that ghetto crap. Your kids drop trash all up and down the road and wrappings and blunt wrappings. So look at here, folks. I have this one book called How to Survive in the Hood as an Outsider. But I'm going to tell you this. If you're going to move into an area and you don't know quite what it's like, number one, look for litter and trash. If you see a lot of litter and trash up and down the sidewalk, don't move there because it's just going to tell you the mindset of people you'll be living around. That's the first warning sign, red flag, if you see litter. And number two, if you see a lot of people walking up and down the sidewalks, because that means they're like poor, whatever. In good neighborhoods, you don't see that. Good neighborhoods, most people are in cars or they're being driven around, whatever. But if you see a bunch of guys, walking up and down the sidewalk, and goodness well they can't sign their own lease, then that's a red flag, because that means they're living with their baby mama or some other kind of arrangement. It's just trouble, folks. I'm just giving you some signs. Look for trash on the sidewalk. Look for grown men either riding like pawn shop type bikes, those old raggedy bikes you see older men riding who can't get a car. That's a bad sign. That means that their life ain't right. That means that they got records and all they can ride is a bike. Okay, so 3. Litter. No, I think that's 2. Litter on the ground. And people walking up and down the sidewalk. And 3, grown men riding bicycles because they can't get a car. They don't got a license. Those are the main things you want to look for, though. I mean, because I've been in this area for over a decade, and like I say, nothing ever changes. It's like bad habits just get handed down. You would think the next generation would say, okay, son, daughter, don't do this. These are bad habits. No, it's like they're reinforced. Mom throws litter on the trash. Daughter, son, throws litter on the sidewalk. Thinks nothing of it. So whenever I hear people on TV, oh, this white man, he's racist. We moved into the neighborhood and he's, caught. Can you blame him? Think about it. I'm like, that's why you, instead of focusing on white racists, focus on cleaning up your own house, our own house. And maybe teach your offspring, the next generation, how not to embrace behavior and habits that make what the white racists say legitimate. Okay? Let me repeat that. How about training your offspring to not repeat behavior and habits that make everything the white racists say legitimate? Huh? And I get tired of uppity, well-intentioned white liberals always telling black folks that substandard behavior is just natural. Oh, that's just how you guys are. We'll protect you. We'll just simply, instead of enforcing the law, we'll bend the law for you because we know you can't change. Talk about racist, man. Think about that. When you think that a whole class of people or color or race of people are incapable of a higher moral standard, that's the ultimate form of racism. Because generations ago, black parents were very strict. I remember comedy. If you remember comedy from the 80s or the 70s or the 90s, remember how black comedians would always talk about how tough their mom was or their parents? So this whole lax and no rule enforcement, that's a new thing. Black families used to be known for having strict parents, man, because they wanted their kids to go out into society and succeed. But then somehow that standard began to decline, and then white liberals were like, oh no, instead of telling your kid, don't do that, no, we're going to tell the cops don't do that. And it's gotten worse. So now, youngsters, they just think they can do anything. And if they get in trouble, it's not their fault, it's the cops' fault. And look at the result. Broken communities, drugs, crime. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, anyways, folks, I'm about to wrap this up. Because there's nothing I can do to solve it. All I can do is observe it. That's about it. It's just the problem is too big for any one of us to solve. There are people far wealthier than me, richer than me, popular, famous than me. If they can't solve it, what the hell can I do? It's just, anyways, I'm about to put this mic down and do a few more laps around here, and then I'm going to take my butt back on home. Now go get your shine box.